I have a cold, and I can hear their little whatever they implanted in our brains or whatnot. You can still hear them speaking their squeaky voices stuff, which shouldn't be there. So it tells you that there's another layer of stuff going on. But whatever they claim that Harry did it or Charles did it, whoever did it to protect kids is complete bullshit. They did it because for their own self-interest and see how much money they can make and how many people they can separate. But I think, like I said, that there was child abductions and of known kids. They put them on that program and it didn't work. And so they had to hide and cover it up. And then they put in their so-claimed minister man who's been sitting around out there screwing with shit. And that's the problem. They created all this problem in the last 50 years, if not longer. They got a lagged out delay. And a lot of it is like, I think Brian's right. They saw Joe or some of these guys fuck up a lot of shit on purpose, and now they don't know what to do. And so he's pissed that these people out here in San Diego and Colorado kind of figured some stuff out and how to circumvent their garbage. Because what it's basically boiling down to, and always has been, and I think an argument with my father, is that some of these guys were terrorists, man. Period. And they started copying people's stuff, and it went to hell. And then when some of us boys started figuring it out, they got mad. And so, to me, I think that's what it is. I think that Joe or some of these guys completely sexually abused certain of these kids, especially when you see the dates of these years, and they're covering it up. Because it's strange, because I'm doing this, and a lot of these other people are starting to look better. I can obviously tell you they're using that Starbucks over there as a point for abuse. And some of these other girls, and I think that's what it's all about. I think Jay and them have a valid argument that some of these kids that were born out in this area were immediately targeted for a group of terrorists or a group of guys that were a pain in the ass, and they started screwing them up. And when I showed up out here and started saying some stuff about 10 years ago, it was their excuse to do whatever they wanted and wash it down the drain while they ran off to the east. And really, I think what it boils down to is that this stuff worked. And there were some marriages or people were getting along that were going to happen. And Harry and them didn't want it to go. He had to have his whatever experiment going on with the Perlita or whoever. They got pissed that a large group of these kids were getting along and they couldn't have it. And so it's just this big concocted story because it's easy for them to latch on to my mom or some of these people and get away with what they wanted. And so if that's the world they want to create, go ahead, I'll let them have it. But I don't want to, after I die, I don't want anything to do with it. Because I think it's stupid. A lot of it was unnecessary for the last 4 years because really I haven't done anything. And after what they showed me with my father the other night, it pretty much proved that the guy killed him. Killed my parents. So what valid point does Harry have to say anything? He's just a psychopath who wanted to do whatever he wanted. And he's got some cockamamie excuse to go after the Jew or go after Jehovah's Witnesses for this crappy program they inlaid. Period. To protect his interest, to protect their breeding out there that they claim they're not doing our computers, but they're doing it anyway.